$300. That's how much I spent on Amazon buying every viral teeth whitening product I could find. Strips, trays, LED kits, pens, even charcoal toothpaste. Now, I'm a dentist, so I already have a pretty good idea which of these are a complete waste of money. But a few of these actually surprised me. So today, I'm breaking them down, ranking them from worst to best, and showing you which ones actually whiten your teeth and which ones are just marketing. Before we talk about any product, you need to understand one thing. There are only two ingredients that actually whiten teeth from the inside out: hydrogen peroxide and carbamide peroxide. That's it. Everything else you see in whitening products, charcoal, baking soda, coconut oil, those only clean surface stains. Think of it this way: if your wall is painted yellow, wiping the dust off doesn't make it white. You would need to repaint it. Peroxide is the paint. It penetrates into the tooth and breaks up the deep stains that brushing can't reach. So, as we go through these products, the first thing I'm looking for is the active ingredient. If there's no peroxide, it's not actually whitening your teeth. Let's start with the one I already know is going to disappoint: charcoal whitening toothpaste. These are everywhere on Amazon, millions of units sold. And I need to be honest with you, this is one of the biggest scams in oral care right now. Here's what charcoal actually does: it's abrasive. It scrubs the surface of your teeth, which can remove coffee and tea stains temporarily. But it does not penetrate the tooth, and there is zero peroxide in this product. And here's the part nobody talks about: that abrasiveness can actually wear down your enamel over time. And once enamel is gone, it doesn't grow back. When enamel gets thinner, the darker layer underneath, called dentin, starts showing through, which makes your teeth look even more yellow. So charcoal toothpaste doesn't whiten your teeth. It cleans them aggressively, damages your enamel, and can actually make them yellower long term. I'm giving this a 2 out of 10. Next up is the Colgate Optic White Overnight Pen. At about $20, this is the cheapest actual whitening product in the lineup. The good news is that it does contain hydrogen peroxide, so unlike charcoal, this one can actually do something. The concept is simple. You twist the pen, brush the gel onto your teeth before bed, and let it work overnight. The problem is the application. A pen gives you very uneven coverage. You'll end up putting more gel on some teeth than others, which can lead to patchy results. It's also a relatively low concentration of peroxide, so you would need to use it consistently for weeks before seeing a noticeable difference. That said, for $20, it's not terrible. If you've already whitened your teeth and you just want to maintain the results between treatments, a pen like this can be useful. But if you're starting from scratch and want real whitening results, this isn't going to get you there very quickly. I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. Now let's talk about the one that's been all over TikTok: HiSmile V34. If you've been on social media in the last year, you've probably seen the purple serum or purple whitening strips. The whole concept is based on color correction. Purple sits opposite yellow on the color wheel, so when you apply a purple tinted product to your teeth, it temporarily neutralizes the yellow appearance, and your teeth look whiter immediately. But here's the important part: it's mostly an optical illusion. The stains inside your teeth haven't actually changed. Now, the strips themselves do contain mild whitening agents, so there can be some gradual whitening over time. But those dramatic before and after results you see in TikTok videos are mostly the purple color correction, which washes away. I'll give HiSmile credit for innovation and marketing. They made oral care feel trendy again for a younger audience. But in terms of actual long-term whitening results, it's pretty average. I'm giving it a 5.5 out of 10. Next are Lumineux whitening strips. These are marketed as the natural, non-toxic alternative to traditional whitening products. No peroxide, no harsh chemicals. Instead, they use ingredients like coconut oil, lemon peel oil, and sea salt. As a dentist, I appreciate that they're trying to create a gentler option. And if you have extremely sensitive teeth and you're afraid of peroxide, this product is unlikely to cause discomfort. But there's a trade-off. Without peroxide, you are limited to surface stain removal only. These strips can help clean off newer coffee or wine stains, similar to what brushing can do, but they cannot change the internal color of your teeth. The deeper yellowing that builds up over years simply won't be affected. So if you have mild surface staining and sensitive teeth, this might help a little. But if you're expecting a real whitening transformation, you're probably going to be disappointed. I'm giving it a 4 out of 10. Now we're getting into the good stuff. Crest 3D Whitestrips. This is the product that essentially popularized at-home whitening. And honestly, after all these years, it's still one of the best options available. These strips contain about 10% hydrogen peroxide, which is a solid concentration for an over-the-counter product. The strip molds to your teeth and keeps the gel in contact with the enamel for about 30 minutes. That contact time is extremely important. The longer peroxide stays against the tooth surface, the more effective it is at breaking apart deep stains. Crest also has decades of clinical research behind this product, and at around $40 to $50 for a full treatment course, the value is hard to beat. The main downside is sensitivity. Some people experience tooth sensitivity during the first few days of treatment, but that usually improves quickly, especially if you use a sensitivity toothpaste beforehand. The other thing to know is that the strips don't always stay perfectly in place. Because they're thin adhesive strips, they can sometimes slide a little while you're wearing them, especially if you talk or move your mouth a lot. It's not a huge issue, but compared to tray systems like Opalescence Go, the coverage isn't quite as stable. For most people, this is one of the most reliable at-home whitening options you can buy. I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 10. Next up is Opalescence Go. This is actually the product I recommend to many of my own patients. And there's a reason it's the most expensive item in this lineup. It's the closest thing to professional whitening you can get without sitting in a dental chair. These trays come pre-filled with 15% hydrogen peroxide, which is significantly stronger than most over-the-counter products. The tray wraps around the teeth and provides much more even coverage than strips or pens. So you're whitening all surfaces of the teeth at the same time. Opalescence is also a professional dental brand. This is the same company that produces whitening systems used in dental offices. The Go Trays are essentially a simplified version designed for home use. At around $80, it's definitely an investment. But if you want the strongest and most consistent at-home whitening results, this is one of the best options available. I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10. And finally, the Snow Teeth Whitening Kit. This is the premium product that you've probably seen influencers promoting all over Instagram and YouTube. It comes with whitening gel syringes and an LED mouthpiece that lights up blue while you wear it. Let's talk about the LED light first because that's the main selling point. The claim is that the blue light speeds up the whitening process. The science on this is actually mixed. Some studies suggest a small improvement when light is used with peroxide. Other studies show no significant difference compared to the gel alone. What we do know is that the peroxide gel is what actually does the whitening. The LED light may add a small boost, but it's not doing the majority of the work. The overall experience is definitely premium. Nice packaging, sleek design, and app integration. But at about $100, you're paying quite a bit more for the branding and the LED experience. In terms of pure whitening results per dollar spent, it's not dramatically better than Crest strips. So I'm giving Snow a 7 out of 10. All right, let's put everything together. Here's my final ranking from worst to best. In last place, charcoal toothpaste, 2 out of 10. Sixth place, Lumineux strips, 4 out of 10. Fifth place, the Colgate pen, 5 out of 10. Fourth place, HiSmile V34, 5.5 out of 10. Third place, the Snow LED kit, 7 out of 10. Second place, Crest 3D Whitestrips, 8.5 out of 10. And in first place, Opalescence Go Trays, 9.5 out of 10. The strongest formula, the best coverage, and the closest thing to professional whitening you can get at home. Before you go buy anything, here are 3 tips that will make any whitening product work better. Tip number 1, start using a sensitivity toothpaste about 1 week before whitening. Look for ingredients like potassium nitrate or nanohydroxyapatite. These help block nerve signals in the teeth, which dramatically reduces sensitivity during whitening. Tip number 2. Never whiten immediately after eating or drinking acidic foods. Coffee, orange juice, soda, wine. All of these temporarily soften enamel. If you apply peroxide right away, it can penetrate too aggressively and cause sensitivity. Wait at least 30 minutes. Tip number 3. Whitening isn't a one-time thing. Think of it like going to the gym. You don't work out once and stay fit forever. I personally do a whitening tray about once a month to maintain my shade. Find a maintenance routine that works for you. That's my honest breakdown as a dentist. If you want to know which whitening method is best for your specific situation, drop a comment below and I'll do my best to reply. And if you want to see me test the viral TikTok shop whitening products next, because trust me, some of those are even worse, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. I'll see you in the next video.